All right, just waiting for everything to finish up here with Streamlabs. All right, cool. So we're live. This is great. All right, now last stream we started Rigurd, and we got a lot done. In fact, I'm very proud of this sculpt overall. But let me go ahead and turn off Cavity and the shadow here. So this is what we did last time, but there's a few things that don't look right. So today we're gonna finish all that up. But basically, yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're gonna finish up Rigurd because I realized recently that I don't finish my sculptures like at all. I start them, I quite like them, and then I don't finish them. So we're gonna finish them. All right. Now, one of the big parts that I really don't like about Rigurd is his back. His back is kind of too bent forward at the shoulders, so we're going to pull the neck back just a little bit and then really work on his back muscles here because it's like flat straight into his butt. So I don't like that. We're going to fix that. Let's get into it. Okay. Yep, everything is good to go. Change up this music. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. All right, the elastic deform brush, because I like the way that this is, but I want it to be pulled back a bit. There we go. Oh, that's better. Definitely better. Now his back isn't so far rounded out. But to keep it locked in place, let's do this. Let's move this object and the feet forward a little bit on that y-axis to right about there. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so now back into sculpt mode, and we can work on this back. All right. All right, we'll just pull in the sides here a little bit. And we're gonna have to really shape these muscles overall, but that's better. Definitely a better transition already. Smooth that down. Oh, there's no mirror. Let's go from turn on dynamic topology. I don't know why it was off. And go from positive X to negative Y. There you go. Yeah, that's a better body for Rigurd already. Pull up my Rigurd reference image again. But using anime reference images is always tough because they don't exactly provide you with realistic muscle definition and everything. They give you the anime version, which is fine for anime, but not so great for sculpting things. All right, now that that's done, we're gonna push this in just a bit because I want his back to have a bit more curve to it than it previously did. We can kind of smooth that out there. All right, that definitely makes his back look better already. And now we're gonna put in the real muscle definition. So. We basically just need to grab the crease brush, thin it out, and then crease in where our muscles are. So the shoulder has a crease right about here. Right, that's fine, we have that one, but then there's this crease coming off of that right about there. And this muscle creases in something like this. Smooth out those creases because we want them to be visible, but nobody's body has super hard creases on it. All right, and then coming off of here, we actually have two creases, one right there and one that kind of wraps around there. So take this crease in, something like that, All right, well, his back is definitely starting to look more muscular, for sure. Okay, then we have a big crease running along here, roughly. And we'll also inflate this section just a little bit. That kind of looks like a back roll, which is not what we're going for. We want solid muscle here, kind of going into the obliques. Smooth all that out. And then we have a muscle that I feel like really needs some extra definition right down here. And it's this. There we go. There we go. All right, and actually we can kind of take this in. Okay, now his torso and back actually look pretty good. Maybe I want to take this crease and maybe do something, pull it in a little bit. Ooh. Smooth all that out. All right, and we're gonna change up the music again. Let's go to my stream playlist, and here we go. Okay, so overall, I think the torso and shoulders and the back looks a lot better than it did. Maybe we need to smooth that out just a bit more, just because I don't think, like, that doesn't necessarily look good. It's not, it doesn't look wrong according to the reference image that I'm looking at, but it just doesn't look good. Now let's put in a little bit more muscle here. Build up this section a bit. That needs to be a little bit more crease. There we go. All right, that's fine. That's probably fine. Okay. Be honest, probably needs more of a neck. So like if we were to grab this and kind of pull this in, just like that, that would probably be okay. That doesn't quite match our Rigurd reference. Dude's got a neck like a tree trunk. But it doesn't, it's not a very long neck. His traps connect pretty close to the top. So something like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. That's giving us our bulk back without having basically no neck. Okay. Pull that up from the front. And we'll come in here with a crease. There we go. I think that matches his neck a bit. It's time to clean this up though. Dude has some jutting collarbones. Grab the scrape brush here and scrape away. And we need to touch up this neck a bit because he's got the muscles that come across the neck for him are very, very strong. That doesn't quite look right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to go pop in and fix his face, but we'll fix the rest of the body first, I think. And we've got to create hands and real feet, because the last stream we just did like 60-second feet because the time lapse was, or the time for the speed sculpt was running out. But tonight we don't really have a time frame. We just want to get this done. Because I don't ever finish my art, and I want to finish my art for once. Okay, so there seems to be a weird issue with his legs. Alright, we can pull this calf muscle up because that's way too low. That's better. Alright, we'll delete the feet. Yeah, I still need to work on that calf muscle a little bit, but for now it's good. Hope everybody's having a great time. Just in their day. Let's get in here with the crease brush. So we want to put in a crease here. For this muscle, it's okay if it doesn't crease perfectly. Alright, let me see how that muscle is actually honed up there. So there's like one. Gosh. Oh man. I kind of wish I had these muscles like on myself. I know I don't because I'm fat and I've always been fat. But I can't imagine the amount of like workout that it takes to really get these muscles honed. And honestly, I don't know if I have what it takes to put in that level of work. Like, I want it, but, like, I don't want it that badly. Maybe. I'm just trying to lose the extra fat. That's all I'm trying to do right now. All right. But, gosh, yeah, those muscles. I envy that. One of these days I like to have that. Maybe when I do YouTube full-time, I'll do, like, a series. I don't know. Okay. So, we've got that muscle there. We need to kind of taper this a little bit. These ab muscles need to come in just a bit. And we're going to add in a crease for this kind of groin muscle here, which will come down in and then go out towards the hips as expected. Maybe that actually should be a little bit lower. Something like that. And then it kind of maybe comes across like that. All right. Now we need to definitely spend some more time on these legs because these legs are not there. So always sculpt with a reference image, people. Don't try to sculpt from memory. It doesn't work, or what you think it looks like, because that's probably not what it looks like. Actually, that's perfect. That's what I want right there. So, speed sculpting last time got us quite a bit of this done, but we got to finish it up. So, all right, we're looking at this bodybuilder. His legs are roughly the same size as his torso. So, from there to there to there. You know what? I feel like That's basically the right distance, but maybe his legs just look a little weird. We just need to fix that. So we'll fix it. All right, and the first thing that definitely needs to be fixed is his this like indentation here at his knees. This needs to come in. This needs to come in pretty significantly. So actually, we'll take this and smooth out the calf muscle, but we need to have very like noticeable leg. And we'll do something like that. Okay, and so we have the knee here, and we have a nice pad of muscle that goes like this, essentially something like that, and it kind of comes around. Kind of comes around like that. And then this pad of muscle actually comes this way. So it's like this crease kind of continues and comes down the side of the leg here. We can move that down just a bit, because I want the crease there, but I need to smooth out that crease a little bit. Hey KB, how you doing, man? Sorry, dude. I don't give out ideas. I struggle coming up with ideas for my own content and what I'm creating at the moment. But thanks for stopping by. Okay, and then we have this weird little. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like a crease like that. It's a weird shape. Like it's gonna come in here, and then it does something like that. But that's obviously not great or perfect. So just gonna smooth a lot of this out real quick. Hello, Abdel. That's what I'm gonna say your name is, because I don't want to mess up the rest of it. Welcome to the stream, Abdel. How you doing tonight? Or today, depending on what part of the world you're in. Alright, you know what? I didn't want to do this, but we're gonna scrape away. I'm gonna scrape away all this definition here till we just have the general form. Yeah, that's probably okay. And then we'll just add in the shape, because that's just it's just simpler that way. I don't know why. I was just trying to not erase what I had done, but sometimes you just gotta destroy your own work. Sometimes it's just easier that way. That's why I recommend having backups if you're sculpting something for the first time. Alright, now with the clay strips brush, let's put in those muscle regions. So we have a muscle region right about here. Just real quick, kind of put it in. It doesn't really matter. Just the general shape of it. That's fine. All right. From there, we have another muscle region coming down like this. Just kind of put it in there like that. Now that crease is off, because then we have another muscle region that comes down like that. And this one actually connects with the gluteus maximus. So there we go. Kind of take that around there. And then we have a muscle region that comes in here like this. Oh, look at those thunder thighs. Those thick thighs. I don't know if these are going to save anybody's lives, but it is what it is. All right. So from here, we can start smoothing all this down. It's actually not too bad. Smooth that down maybe a little bit more than we did the others. And combine that up pretty evenly. Alright, so I feel like this needs to come out more. So we will push that out. Yep, that's alright, whatever, that's probably fine. Gosh, I hate all of that. Alright, let's go back to what it was at the beginning. Let's see how far back we can go. Thank goodness for Control Z's, right? All right. Wow, that looks so much better than whatever we did before. Okay, so at this point, we're going to save because I want to save back here. And we did still manage to kind of shrink in this little section here. So I just want to push in these angles because right now it's like too flat. So I want to try to kind of make this a little bit more cylindrical. Yeah, that's probably fine. All right. Gosh, like I'm not a fan of these legs. But at the same time, I don't want to go like too crazy with it. Where's that weird picture of Rigurd? Okay, so Rigurd definitely skips leg day, according to the anime. In fact, all of these characters skip leg day, according to the anime. Well, should never skip leg day, but if the anime skips leg day, then we're gonna skip leg day too. So basically what that means is we're gonna tune up these legs a little bit and we'll just kind of smooth those areas out because he's got some power legs, but the anime doesn't care about them, so we're not going to care about them. And we'll just leave these indentations as like slight indentations rather than real muscle definition. Which I'm actually going to be okay with. But the one thing I do want to do for sure is crease in this section. So it's like understood is definitely not a part of the... Yeah, there we go. Hey, Pinkbeard, it's Paxton. Nice thighs. Good anatomy. Well, welcome to the stream, man. Derpy CGI, man. Paxton. Welcome to the stream, man. How's your day been going? There we go. All right. Smooth this out just a bit. Yep, all right, cool. Anime skips leg day. I don't care. We're moving on. Those thighs are done. Stick a fork in it. It's done. That's why I'll never look like this. Because my analogies for things that are finished are food related. All right. Gosh, I hate that knee. Worked out pretty hard, getting back at it after a while, so your body's super sore. Coding with dead arms. Oof. Yeah, I actually can say that I worked out recently, but it's been a while. It's been a while. After seeing your Banana Man, you feel compelled to do a warrior apple, bro? Dude, for sure, do it. Do it, because I want to create a I actually wanted to do a whole series of them. I don't know why, but the Banana Man made me realize, like, I just want to do like the whole Fruit of the Loom, all of the Fruit of the Loom as like a weird, like, muscular pack of people. I don't know why, but you should definitely do it. All right, let's take a look at these freaking calf muscles, because calves are dumb. Maybe bodybuilder calves aren't athletic, or aren't what I'm looking for, because their thing is kind of weird. So let's do athletic leg. It would make sense because muscular men would model their underwear. Exactly. But the question is then, if the Banana Man was going to wear those underwear, would he wear them on his legs, or would he have to get a special piece for his peel? I don't know. That's a weird question. Is his peel his underwear? It's a great question. I don't know. Have you ever considered trying out ZBrush? I have not tried out ZBrush, and with the price tag, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not paying for that. When Blender can do everything ZBrush can for free, not going to do it. Ain't happening. Alright, I'm going to just like add in a crease here. But ZBrush looks cool. I don't have the money. And I've heard of Sculptress, but I never did anything with it. You got denied from Reviture, and you thought of our conversation. You're gonna go back to, gonna plan to go back and get your AA slowly over time as you're halfway done. That's great, man. That's great. Definitely get your AA for sure. Because degrees are dumb. Like, I got a comment on one of those Reviture videos today that was like, why did I even go to college then? And I've got a video coming out that's essentially gonna talk about like how to get an entry-level CS job. And the first thing on that list is like, get a degree. Not because you need it, but because companies want you to have it. And without a degree, getting a CS job is a lot harder. Okay, so there's a weird little muscle coming off the knee here. Let's do something like that. We'll create our knee just like this. That's fine. Smooth that all down. Coming off the knee is the tendon that allows it to bend. Even today, you were watching a live stream of Well Enough does. As long as you can do the work, you can get the clients. That's true, right? Like, if you wanted to work for yourself, you can do that. Joshua Fluke is, like, a huge proponent of that. You don't need school. You just need the skills. And that's, like, in general, that's true, right? That's in general true. But most companies, like, you got to play the game to get past their HR department. And getting past the HR department without a degree is significantly harder than getting past HR with a degree. Okay, so it looks like this muscle kind of comes out like this. Yeah, he is. He is. Honestly, I love his work. You know what? This is going to be so dumb. This is going to sound so dumb. I was kind of upset when Joshua Fluke did his Revature video and, like, didn't put me in his video. Not that I've had any contact with him ever. Like, ever. But I'm the top video on freaking Revature. And I have been for the last 4 or 5 months. Like, this dude didn't even, like, look up and put me. Come on, man. But my video got, like, a huge hit that day. I think I got, like, 300, 400 views that day just because he released a video on it. So I was like, all right, awesome. That's cool. But I was kind of upset, man. Like, you're not going to even call me out in a bad way? Like, dude, do that. I kind of wanted to reach out to him about it, but he's too big a YouTuber for me to be there yet. Maybe I will in the future. But I loved it. Did you see his most recent video on what was his video? It was like the 7 words that you shouldn't say as a dev, and it was the whole I don't want to work for Google. That was a great video by Josh. So good. Because it's true. Like, I don't want to work for Google. I want to do this full time. I want to make art and animations, and yeah, I can code for my company if I need to. And create stuff to help the company run. But I want to run my own company. And my own studio. I don't want to deal with that. Sorry, it's not the corona. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He seems like, I don't know. I feel bad for him, to be honest. I watched a couple of, I love his videos. He's really good. And he makes a lot of really good points in his videos. But, like, dude's been through a lot. And I can't help but feel for him. But yeah, check out his 7, it's most like his most recent video, something like that. But it's really good. I laughed. It was the funniest video I think he's ever done. Okay, that's almost good. Hey, Sysith! Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, well, he's not technically a dude. He's a goblin. He's an upgraded goblin called Rigurd. He's a pretty big beast, actually. So the V's got to be really big. But welcome to the stream, Sysith. How's your days been going? All right, I just hate this calf muscle. And I think I hate it because that's not the angle that a calf muscle takes. That's what it looks like. But the calf angle actually goes backwards. So that when you look at it, it still looks like it's going forwards. But the muscle itself is wrapping around, and that's going to make it look better. So let's go ahead and smooth that down. That's better, I guess. I don't know. Legs are dumb. Legs are dumb. I don't want to sculpt feet either, but we're gonna because today we finish Rigurd. Cal Sounds, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today? I don't know if I'm usually this energetic or not, but I just like, I get excited when people pop in and say, hey. It's going okay. You just got off work and you're working on a chess game you're building. So I'm doing all right, man. That's pretty cool. And I miss working in Unity. One of these days I'll get back into it. So do I use photo references or anatomy books? Photo references all day. All day. I've been looking up, the amount of bodybuilder butts that I've been staring at trying to get these legs is kind of ridiculous. And it's really weird that they all kind of look the same and they're all too tanned and it's strange. But that was too much. So always photo references, always look at references of like real people for the muscle structure. Never try to sculpt on your own. Could I go over my game dev teaching history? Maybe. Give me a second to like think about how I would talk about that. Cal Sounds, I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. My wife is launching her first YouTube video tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. I'm not going to officially promote her channel until she hits 100 subs, though. But I'm really excited about it. All right, there we go. There's the piece of crap. Let's pull this in a little bit. And the ankle will be a part of the foot, and the foot will be a new object. So, whatever. All right, let's go ahead and save that. Cool. You're very new to modeling. You want to learn so you can make cool visuals. Kel, what kind of visuals do you have in mind? Are you wanting to make visuals that are like motion graphics where like words kind of scroll across the screen, or like cool visuals like explosions and things like that? What are you looking to do? Derp, she is doing story videos. So she is a creative writer. She's an author. She writes a lot of fanfic type pieces, and she's actually really good at it. Don't tell her I said that, but she's actually really freaking good at it. And so she had this dream, and she decided that the crazy, creepy thing that she saw in her dream needed a story behind it. So she's actually working on her first series of telling the story, and it'll be like a series of logs, like what you would imagine if you were looking at a camera and trying to like talk about your day, or like do a scientific journal log entry. It'll be a series of those talking about this weird creature that they found. I'm not gonna put any more in there because it's gonna spoil it, but it's a pretty cool thing. You can check her out. She is Spooky Cat. I'll put that in the chat just in case. SPUK. I don't know if it's Spooky Cat or with an underscore or not. Let me check. Should probably know that. Filter by channel. Yeah, I don't actually know what her channel is. Let me have her send me a link. I'll put the link in the chat. Okay, so I'll put one in there when it's there. But yeah, she's really good. So she actually like did the whole narration and everything today. And that was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to the success of her channel. And then eventually I'll have a sugar mama, which is my goal the entire time, right? Like I want to do YouTube, but I want to have a sugar mama for sure. So hoping she does really well. So you want to do like EDM music, kind of like bad acid trips visuals. Oh, that's really cool. I've seen a lot of those things. Where they're like, just what is it? It's not a tessellation. Where it's like it's fractals, yeah. Where they have the fractal graphics over EDM. Those are really cool. I quite like those. But yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Have fun with that, man. I don't know if you'll find anything on my channel like that, Kel, that'll help you out with that, but I do mostly like tutorials on how to do stuff for games and how to learn the tools and stuff for Blender. So yeah, man. To my degree advice videos and screenshot and sculpt on Discord. Cool, thanks, man. You have a good rest of your evening. Scythe, what game are you working on right now? What's your Unity project? All right. What other muscles can we do? All right, let me just do athletic. I don't want to look that up, but I'm gonna. Oh, the reference images. You know, I'll be honest. When I started doing art, having to like look at the human body was always kind of weird. Just because I was raised in a pretty conservative Christian household, and I would still say that like I am definitely a Christian, but I'm not conservative like my parents. But having to like learn to look at the human body and be okay looking at reference images that would have made me blush when I was a teenager, like that's been weird. Vids on the Pokemon trainer really helpful for making assets. Awesome, dude. Well, I'm glad they were able to help. Yeah, I made those videos when I was teaching because I was trying to get my students to make assets, and they just would not freaking do what I asked them to do. So I was like, whatever, I'll stream it. Okay, that's not the reference image that I wanted. Gosh dang it, I just want an athletic male butt to look at for a reference. There we go, finally. I'm not making a woman. I don't need to look at athletic women butts. Pretty sure some of these are... well, definitely none of this reference stuff is fit for work, but whatever. Okay, so from what I can tell, the biggest difference, or the biggest change that I need to make on this butt is I just need to pull it out further. I think that's really it. Can kind of take that up and go around, but that looks to be the thing that was most important. Oh, look at that butt. All right, also, maybe we can push that in just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, buddy. All right, we're gonna give him a nice little crack here. I think that crack should go up higher. Right about there. Yep, there we go. Okay, so his body is mostly done. We need to do feet and hands, but let's take a pause from the body and let's go work on this head. Okay, so anime does have weird proportions, and so his nose really just kind of looks like a blob, but we will, oh, wait, no. Need that out there. What we need is the crease brush to crease this down. And there we go. There's Rigurd's nose. And he's just got a couple of little tiny slits here. But that's just the anime representation, so we'll just kind of do something like that. There we go. All right. And I do want more... I want more cowbell. No, I want more brow. Just because he's got a thick brow. Curious, do you have plan to have him topless or gonna have his shirt and coat? I'm gonna leave him topless. I'm gonna just put the swimsuit model for him. So he's just gonna have a Speedo. That's it. That's how this Rigurd's gonna just a Speedo. Mostly because I haven't had a lot of practice with clothing. But don't worry, the character creation course that I'm working on, by the time we're done, you will have practice with clothing. For sure. And I'll have practice with clothing. This character creation course is forcing me to learn things that I never knew. And I've been practicing a lot with like individual body parts just because I got to make the tutorial on it, right? So if I'm making the tutorial on it, then it'll... I've got to know how to do it first, but yeah, we'll get to clothing for sure. I thought I covered clothing in the Pokemon Trainer video. Oh, I don't know if I guess Paxton is gone, but there's my channel, Paxton. If you happen to watch this later, there's my wife's channel. Check it out. Go give her a sub. Her first video drops tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. You're talking more coat on top of a shirt. Ah, okay. That's easy, dude. You just duplicate the shirt, make the arms longer. You're done. That's literally it. That's all there is to it. That's it. And if you start with the character, you would basically, like when you lay out the mesh base using the skin modifier, you basically just partition off the coat by duplicating those things and pulling it off as its own piece. It's pretty simple. Character course won't get into coats, but all right. So he's got kind of a fat lower lip. And he has no upper lip, like straight up no upper lip. Which, oh, anime. Why do I enjoy sculpting you so much? Gah. That looks horrible. I don't know what reference image would come up for that. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm looking for. But I think my problem here is that I don't have any teeth yet. So we're gonna pull this out, and we're gonna end up putting his fangs, which we'll have to create. We're gonna end up putting those right in there. So let's pretend that he actually has teeth and cut in a line that's gonna show him actually having teeth. Yeah, there we go. That's probably okay. It's not fantastic, but that'll start. That'll work for this start. Like a milk mustache. That's not what we want. Gosh, he has no upper lip. And I don't want to give him like a normal upper lip because that doesn't really... Alright. I guess let me just pull up a different goblin and see what they got. Or I guess he's not really a goblin. He's more of a hobgoblin. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. Alright, well, I guess they do kind of have normal-ish lips. And I guess it's just the anime that's bad. Well, the anime reference that's bad. The anime is quite good. Let's take that section in quite a bit further. Alright, and I think to help with this sculpt, I want to put in the... Go ahead and put in the fang. So, with Speed Sculpt, let's grab this. Actually, let's remove it. Go to mirror, mirror the head, and then we're gonna put in one of these. That's actually pretty close to what he actually has going on. And it makes his mouth look better. Alright, cool. Now we can continue sculpting. So let's just name these real quick. What are those? Are those tusks? Okay, into sculpt mode. And the lip would definitely come out further, right about there, just because that's where the tusk is. I feel like maybe those tusks should go back a bit. And then pull the mouth around just a bit. Something like that. Now, I like the thickness of this brow, but the problem is that it just comes out of the eye wrong. All right, let's get in here and work on this eye a bit. All right, so what I'm doing is just kind of hollowing out the eye socket a little bit. To give the more real feeling eye itself. Up. Oh, there we go. That looks better for sure. All right, just kind of filling in these creases with the caruncula. I think that's what it's called. Better. Kind of makes more sense if he has tusks that the mouth wouldn't cave in that much. So we can fix that. And Rigurd doesn't really have a lip, so I'm kind of okay with how this is going. Because he's kind of got a little bit of a lip there, and then he's got his tusks, and whatever, it's anime. But I don't like his jaw, so we need to fix that. Wait a second. I wonder if that just means we need to move the head up a bit. Yeah, he needs a squarer jaw. So let's give him one. Guess this chin can get pulled back out a bit. Oh wait, did I combine? No. No, I did not. Okay, cool. Hey, Legendary Wolf, man, how you doing? Actually, this needs to come down a bit. Doing all right for the most part. Are you doing all online classes for the for right now? Or how did your school adjust to the new situation? I think that's about as... His face doesn't look right. Here's the thing. His face doesn't look right. But the anime head is like too elongated to accurately depict Rigurd. And I'm not quite sure how to fix that. Or how to blend those two together, because so it is what it is. Yeah, his head is like, if you took your jaw and just like drug it down 3 or 4 inches, that's what his head is like. But his nose and his eyes are all up at the top here, and then he's just got a really long, like, literally, for his reference, half his face is nose and eyes, and then he's just got this really long, whatever this is called, section. I don't know. It's weird. Not a whole lot you can do with it, I guess. But, okay, we're gonna move on. Say that's good for the head for now. Let's sculpt hands. Not because I want to, but because it's time to finish this character. It's so time to finish this character. I finally need to finish something, you know? I'm just glad sculpting hands is quite a bit easier than drawing hands. We can go ahead and thin that out that way. Oh, okay. Well, that's weird. Something like that, I guess. Try to find his hands. He better not have yaoi hands. Oh, good. It doesn't look like he does. Okay. You never bothered to watch this show? Dude, it's so good. Yeah, I don't think his hands aren't like that. Welcome to the stream, Eclipse. How you doing? Eclipse, have you hand painted any models lately? Like of your Warhammer 40k things? Alright, whatever. That's probably the best reference image I'm gonna get. Anime artists don't like drawing hands either, I suppose. No, you're currently stacked with homework and have no time. I feel that. I definitely get that. All right. Oh, I need to turn off mirror right now. How's school going for you, Eclipse? And I'm pretty sure that I know the answer, but have you done any 3D modeling lately? Or did you leave 3D modeling at the door when you left my class? Okay. I think that is probably a good... Legendary, did you lose you lost your tablet pen? That's a bummer. Okay. All right, that's a basic hand shape. I feel like it's not great, but it's something. Okay. So, nope, I don't want a meta ball. You have a very general idea of where it'll be? Well, I'll hope you find it. All right, he's got what, 5? He's got 4 fingers, right? So... Okay, looks like his hand needs to be a bit bigger to be able to hold a 4th finger. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to do. Now that I've mapped out essentially the thickness, we go ahead and delete those, and I can work on one finger at a time. Okay, and for here, scale this way down. And now we have our knuckle. So once I'm done with this anime character, what character from any other anime do you think I should sculpt? I've been thinking about doing something from Overlord. But I don't necessarily want to sculpt that much bone. Because I would want to do Eins au Gold or Eins au Gaun. Or I would want to do Albedo. But I feel like Albedo would get me demonetized. And Eins au Gaun is a lot of bone. So, not quite sure where I should go or which one's next. Well, if I'm going to do a female, then I'm definitely going to do Albedo. We'll work on that. Yeah, maybe something like that for the knuckle. There we go. Alright, let's bring another cylinder. Sorry, like, probably just blocked my face cam. Albedo's definitely going to get me demonetized, but it would be good female practice. So maybe. Alright, so right about there, maybe scale that up a bit. And then we can duplicate both of these and adjust them to be the last link in our finger. Scale them both down a bit. And maybe that's too small. Yeah, okay, cool. So then we can union. And there we go, we have a finger. Not bad. And we have a middle finger. These are kind of yaoi fingers. Whatever, I'll scale them all individually, it's fine. Gosh, those are bad. Those are way too long. All right, well we'll fix it. We'll fix it one at a time. Thank goodness we have the elastic deform brush. Turn on mirror here. Oh, I hit K, dang it. That's not what I wanted. Elastic deform, please. That's better, but it's not quite there. Maybe something like that. All right, let's use the scale here. There we go. Unless you're down with armor, no other females come to mind. Yeah, that was kind of my thinking, right? Like, I could go really weird with it. I could go like Snake Girl. That'd be dumb. No one would tune in for that stream. Or maybe they would. Maybe people would tune in for that because Snake Girls or whatever. Monster Girls. I could do that. Oh, you don't like that idea, Legendary? I think that's a great idea. Is that sadly people will tune in for that? Or sadly... or is it like sad that I'm thinking about doing that? It'll get a crowd. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it. I mean, if I sculpt Albedo, it would definitely get a crowd too. Like, she's strange. All right, let me see how to... Okay, there is an option here for... creating non-sculpt things, but rather creating oh, interesting. I don't know what that is. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I guess that's just like... how did this guy do it? So I think we add a skin. Alright, so we're just adding... Just adding a thumbnail here. So that gets us our thing here. Alright, this is being dumb. Alright, we could do that, but I've decided against it. Forget, I don't have to actually scale in this mode. I can go into sculpt mode and scale it with the elastic. Oh no! Blender. Why you do this? Are you kidding me? Ah. Well, let this be a lesson as to when and how often you should save. It looks like the head stuff was good, but the finger stuff I have to redo now. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So for some reason, when you hit the spacebar, sometimes the tools don't appear. Like when you're in sculpt mode, if you hit space, sometimes the tools, like there's an exception and the exception isn't handled properly. every single time. And I'm not sure why, but it's definitely not handled properly every single time. So, Musey, welcome. Thank you for following. Welcome to the Beard Battalion. Yeah, that's a bug. It's a Blender bug. Balls. All right, well, can't be helped. Let's redo this hand. Mirror the torso. Alright, cool. There we go. Let's go ahead and save. I don't want to have to redo this hand again. Okay. I understand. Put it in the hand like that. That's fine. Alright, let me look up bodybuilder's hand. Because I was trying to sculpt things without reference images, and Blender crashed. And I'm not saying those two things are related, but I'm also not saying they're not. Yeah, so this is basically, I mean, it's basically just a flat square, which means I shouldn't have to sculpt this hand at all. Just go back to object mode, undo that. And we'll just create a hand that looks right. Something like that. Overall is probably good, but let's go ahead and scale that down, and there we go. We have our hand. There's our hand base for sure. Okay. Actually, the hand is going to be joined with the torso. I don't know why it's why I just said it's parenting. All right. Now it is a square. But it joins roughly right at there. Okay, cool. Gonna save pretty frequently because I don't want to have to deal with that again. All right. All right, let's grab the scrape brush here and kind of scrape along the back of the hand. Just want to kind of create a flat surface without actually flattening it down. Okay, and then the back of the hand here, let's take a look. This is the left hand. So with my left hand, we're going to have a pad coming off the hand. So we can push this in a little bit. So we have the pad coming off there, and then the thumb pad is going to exist right about here, and that's where the thumb will actually connect in. So we have the thumb pad. Yeah, something like that. Smooth all that down. Okay, and the last thing that we need to do for this hand is pull out this a little bit. Because the hand is basically a square, but it does have 4 fingers, and it does spread out a bit towards the bottom of the hand. So we can take all of that and pull that hand out. And there we go. So we got space for a thumb and for all of our 4 fingers now. Oh man, what time are we at? We're at 2 hours. I want to finish it, but I'm probably not going to finish it in tonight's stream because we're running low on time. Yeah, thanks. Well, I mean, in this stream, all we did was like fix up the back, the butt, make the legs look a little bit better, and kind of add in some extra muscle definition. That's really all we've done. We haven't done a whole lot. Alright, let's drop this resolution up to like 30. See what happens when we join it. Come on, don't crash, Blender. Don't crash. Ah, it's gonna crash. But basically created what we wanted and didn't do anything weird. But I want to undo that. So there we go. The reason for that is we will just join them using a normal Boolean instead of using this tools, because it doesn't always work right. And I don't want to mess up any of the detailing we've got on the body. So, all right, let's create those hands again, or those fingers again. And it's basically 3 smaller cylinders each time. All right, cool. Yeah, right? Don't worry, I have been saving quite regularly. And we'll just bring that out to accommodate that finger. There we go, that's fine. Oh, what is going on there? All right, cool. So, the next part here, we will Shift D to duplicate, pull it down, and scale it down a bit. And then go even further and scale that down. Alright, yep, that's basically it. And then I just got to put some joints in between there. And we're good to go. Alright, and the final one. There we go. All right, cool. So now we have our finger pieces, and I can go ahead and just duplicate all of these across. And we'll scale them all accordingly and everything, but we're going to do it this way because I think this will be better in the long run for us, doing it this way rather than trying to join them together and then scale it in sculpt mode. So I think this is better. Go ahead and save again just because I don't want it to crash. Again. All right. Okay, so this is the original one here. Let's go ahead, we'll join these, put that resolution back down to 12, that's fine. What? Where did they go? Oh, did I do that because I wonder if it's because the resolution is set to 12 now. Let's set that back to 30. Turn off mirror and join. Alright, well, it does work. Alright, cool. That was weird. That was a weird part of the tool. All right, cool. There we go. That's not too bad. Alright, now that they've joined up, we can actually scale these down. is it? It is face. There's a hole. Where was the mesh? Clean up. Fill holes. Yep, that didn't do anything. Well, dang it, that's dumb. Guess we gotta fill it manually. Okay, that's actually kind of fine now. That's good. Now I can sculpt. Oh boy. Alright, fine. Let me fix this stupid whole problem. Alright, what seems to be the issue here? Nah, that really wouldn't work. Union those things together. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. Yeah. All right. I don't understand. Here, remesh. There we go. When it won't work, just redo it. And that ended up saving me time because I was not dealing with that weird issue again. Let's change this to scale. Scale that up just a tad. not quite. All right, man. Have a good night, Legendary. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Good luck with the rest of your semester. Alright, actually, I kind of want to delete all of these because I don't need them since the finger shapes are all the same. All I have to do is sculpt this one, and then I can duplicate these sculpted shapes. There we go. Something like that. Oh, scales. Yeah, you know what? I was kind of thinking the same thing. Those kind of look pretty decent for bone fingers. And actually, I think that's overall a pretty good length for the fingers. Yeah, almost. Almost. I might be able to do the skeleton overlord like that. Might be something worth doing. Whoa, what happened over here? Alright, delete all those vertices, that's fine. Origin. Where did that object go? I don't know what's happening here. No, the weirdness of the fingers is caused by the ultimately it's caused because it's mirroring across, and since it's mirroring across the x-axis for it, it's just kind of deleting junk. So this still has a mirror modifier on it, but like the mirror modifier was applied for these pieces, and I'm not quite sure why. It's some way that it's a weird way that the add-on Speed Sculpt works. So I mean, it's okay. We'll just fix it real quick. Delete all those vertices. That's fine.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain. Beauty in the mundane.
And then what we will do will be to grab all those and union.
We let go of disguise.
And I guess we'll just come after here and delete that, and then
There's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
yeah, do the same thing. Union, jump in edit mode. There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll do.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb.
All right, before I union these together, let's actually go back and continue sculpting the hand here, because I want to provide the best possible join. want as much of this hand sculpted, essentially, before we join those objects up. So I need to add in a thumb now. Let's go back to, don't want to be in weight paint mode, thank you though. Go ahead and save, and let's generate the thumb. All right, something like that. There we go. That seems kind of short for a thumb. All right, so union them together, and there we go. We have the beginnings of our thumb. Really? All right, cool. Oh, I guess I have to be in sculpt mode to remesh. Let's go ahead. There we go. Because I don't know why it was being done, but it was being done. So there we go. That quick remesh is a pretty amazing tool. There we go. Sometimes Blender just likes to be difficult. That is the truth. But it likes to be difficult a lot less now than it did during the beta, and for that, I'm grateful, because using Blender 2.8 during the beta was terrible. No, that should not be grabbing. That should be scaling. There we go. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at what happened over here. Like, this side looks fine. But look at this mesh over here. Look at this mesh. This mess. Look at how that just messed up. So let's just apply mirror modifiers. Sometimes the speed sculpt is just strange. And I don't know why it does what it does, but it just does what it does. Adorno, welcome to the stream. It's actually not Hulk. Thanks, though. It is Rigurd from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. And this is what I think he kind of looks like if you're going to go by anime proportions from all the reference images that I could find. So this isn't even his hulked out form. It's just like him naturally. Yeah, well, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's get out of that music. All right, back to this hand that is gonna be the death of me. All right, let's get in here and sculpt this thing. Alright, and that'll just help us when we actually get to combining these. Adorno, do you still do you use Blender? Dang it. Not a fan of that, thankfully. You spend a lot of time making the hand. Yeah. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with this thumb, for sure. You know what? Forget it. Deleting this. Goodbye, thumb. Let's add a skin object. Put it right there. I could have done this so much faster, guys, if I had thought about doing this before. Ah. Easy thumbs right here. Extrude out. Mark that as the root. Control A to bring that down a little bit. I don't know why I tried so many different things. Boom. Thumb. Gosh, I don't know why that took me so long to do. Or think about. There we go. Cool. Gosh, I'm not gonna do that again. Forget that, man. Next time we do fingers, skin objects, instead of trying to do the cylinder and join them all together junk. I don't know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm probably thinking? I'm probably thinking I'm hungry because I haven't eaten really since noon. That's probably what I'm thinking. Or 1 o'clock-ish. Either way, it's been roughly 7 hours since I've eaten anything. And your boy is hungry. All right, let's go to scale here. Maybe scale that down just a bit. All right, cool. It's probably just a little small. There we go, that's better. All right, let's join all these suckers. Oh, not the body. There we go. Thanks, Sith. It's been good hanging out, man. Have a good rest of your evening. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Or at least I'll see you in the next one, probably. Did you not join? Like I told you to, thank you. Control save. There we go. Alright, so now we have our hand, and we can continue working on that. Okay, cool. So we got our hand coming in here, and it should ultimately do something like that and join pretty well like that. All right, and then they got the pad of my thumb, or my, I guess that's the thumb pad, I guess. And it's got this something like that. And then it's got the outer pad over here. Alright, just want to bring up the mesh in between these fingers a bit. Maybe I'm just weird, but I think we all have a little bit of webbing in between our hands. Not a lot, but a little bit. And we want to bring down the back of the hand a tad. Okay, let's go to the scale brush here. Yes, I will be doing retopology another day. Today, I'm really trying to just finish up the sculpt. But then, yeah, we'll be back doing retopology again on another day. So subscribe if you want to catch that. If you're not already subscribed, I don't know. I don't get the notifications anymore. But yeah, we'll be coming back. I want to actually turn this. I don't know what I want to do with him yet, but I want to turn this into some type of animation. Maybe just like a tribute animation. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with him yet in its total. You know what? That's probably about right, but I just feel like the pad of his hand here is too big. And now he has yaoi fingers. Yeah, that's probably about accurate. There we go. You have yet to rig a character, or you have to rig a character. Because I totally understand the procrastination on things like you could do it, or you could watch TV. Or do more YouTube, or like work on literally anything other than retopology and rigging. So I feel that. But we'll retop and we'll rig and we'll do some type of animation. We will. I don't know yet. Alright. I'm not a fan of those hands, but we're going to move on. Because I think that might be the first real time I've done hands. Well, not the first real time I've done hands. The first time I've done hands that I'm like, you know what? Those look pretty decent. They don't look great. They don't look great. Not at all. But they look decent. And I'm okay with decent. I'm definitely okay with decent. Okay. Let's do these feet. Alright, what's the foot proportion? Ah, there's an interesting diagram. Okay, let's try building the foot that way. Because who would have thought? Alright, so we're going to start with a cylinder. This will act as our heel. We're just trying things, I think. Maybe something like that. All right, and then we will duplicate that, move that forward on the y-axis, bring it down, try like that. You want to make animations, but you're too lazy. Dude, I feel that. If you did animate, what would you animate? What would you want to make an animation of? Okay, so that's from a side view, which basically means what we need to do now. Go ahead and hide the torso. Oh my goodness, that's a massive foot. Well, I guess it's not super massive. That's probably proportionate, realistically. All right, let's add in that. Because I've got a dream to animate some short stories here on the channel in 3D. But that just seems like it's gonna take so much work that might be one of those things that I have to wait to do till I'm on YouTube full time. And then I can spend every single day working on those type of animations. But we'll see. We will see, I suppose. Yeah, this is a bad way of doing feet, for sure. Just delete all that. Let's do something like this. Okay. That doesn't look good at all. Back to my feet reference. Alright, so we're just going to flatten the bottom of these feet, put in a curve in a little bit. But that way it's basically flat. Flatten it to that Z-plane there. Alright, cool. Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. Guys, feet pics are weird. I'm just throwing that out there. And you gotta look at them sometimes for references, but it's just weird. And all I want is just like a model of a foot. But feet are just strange. Okay, so we have like a ridge bone here. And we have our ankle bone here. And switch. Hey, this is a dumb, unrelated question, but if you're modeling a character off a background image, how do I see through my object to make sure I'm lining it up right? Okay, there's a couple of ways that you can do that, Minnie. The first is that you can go up here to the top right where it says toggle X-ray, and you can turn on X-ray. So if we were to like bring in a reference image here, and in fact, let me go ahead and do that for you. Shift A, reference. I'll show you a couple of different ways to do it. All right, so like here's our reference image for the character creation course that we're currently doing on the channel. So doing toggle X-ray allows you to see through it, but that doesn't quite help because you can't really see what's going on with your model. So there's a couple of settings here that you can do. Let me switch over to the left-hand side so I can show these off. So for the empty object, which is your image object, there are a couple of things that you can do for that. The first is you can set the opacity down a little bit. But for some reason, use alpha. Okay, so you could do it this way. Let's go ahead and actually change rotation 0. Okay, so a couple of things you could do. You could set the depth to be front, and then turn the opacity to say 0.5, and then that will let you know whether or not you're lining up your object correctly. So that's basically those are the two ways, right? So you can turn on X-ray, which doesn't really help. If you're just lining up your character, like the first time, if you're just setting up your base mesh correctly, then turning on wireframing would help pretty significantly. But if you're trying to line up exactly with your reference image, then you're probably going to want to do this, use alpha, put the opacity at 0.5, and then change the depth to front. So that way you can see what's going on with your model. So, all right, hope that helped. Totally unrelated, but good question. You're welcome, Mini Twitchy. You're welcome. Thanks for asking the question. Glad I could help. Why are feet so weird? I don't know if I actually want an answer to that question, but it's it is definitely a question that I now have that I didn't before. today. This is why most characters wear shoes. His feet are dumb. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it's true, and if I believe it hard enough, it'll be true. Most characters wear shoes probably because it makes sense for them to wear shoes, and because rigging and animating toes is too much. You don't need to do that. You don't need that kind of hate in your life. Put them in a sock. They'll be fine. I actually don't know if I've ever seen 3D toes. Fingers all the time, but I don't know if I've ever seen 3D toes. That's not to say it don't exist though. I can't. I have to do toes. I have to, because if I don't, this model will look weird when it's all said and done. Because I'm not gonna put them in clothing. I'm just putting them in a. Well, wait. I could do that. We could put socks and flip-flops. Gosh. Is Rigurd a socks and flip-flop kind of guy? I don't think so. Kind of orc? I don't think so. Rigurd is definitely a barefoot kind of guy. But if he's an orc, can I get away with... No, they drew the toes. Dang it, anime. Why'd you have to draw the toes? Because now that you drew the toes, I have to actually sculpt the toes. Ugh. We might save that for a part 3. Because I don't feel like doing feet tonight. I don't feel like doing that at all. So, alright, well, we've been live for 3 hours. That's good. That's good enough. This is where we're at. The next time we see Rigurd, next week on Tuesday, we will be finishing up these feet. Probably touching up the hands a little bit. And then getting into some retopology. It's going to be a great stream. So, Mini Twitchy, thanks for hanging out, man. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next stream. Just hanging out. But, obviously, you're under no obligation to do so. But thanks. I really like this model. I'm really happy with it. I'm good with it overall. There's some final detail work that I think needs to be done on it still. Not quite happy with these calves and the feet, but most everything else I'm really happy with. And then we'll do some retopology on it. And then probably texture the sucker up, rig him up, and then... Well, shoot, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll reenact the pose. Maybe we'll reenact the beach episode. Do a little bit of animation for that beach episode. Who knows? Gosh, I hope not. But if I'm gonna sculpt anime characters, I gotta accept the fact that that might happen. Ugh. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We're gonna get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next week.